Aloha, good morning. Getting up early, leaving Athens right here in the fog. We got our radar on and heading up to Waterford, north of where the Erie Canal begins. That's where we're heading for today. So come along and join us for the journey. Aloha, we are Sava, Cynthia, and Alex, along with our two dogs, Lucy and Shadow. We're traveling America's Great Loop, a 6,000-mile North American waterway from Florida to Canada and back down via the Mississippi. Follow us on this journey on our boat called Mahalo. That's the town of Athens we saw yesterday, walking nice blue sky. Not blue this morning, got some fog, and we've got a narrow channel we're going through, so we're going to have to watch it carefully as we come out the end. The island is right here, you can't see it. But we're going to go right through this fog and head on out. About 13 feet is what it is. We're at rising tide, close to the top, so we should be fine crossing that end of the island up towards northwards of the Hudson River. Looks like Lucy came up to join me. Here she is, and there's Shadow. And there you can make out the island now just a little bit on my starboard side. Here on the left we got a oil port or some sort. Got some oil containers there, drums, barrels, towers. Yeah, fish decided to come out. Again, very foggy, very carefully watching our course right here. We got it on Navionics on this side, and we got it on Garmin on this side. And I think the charts are actually the same, but they do produce different data. So that's why we use two. Through the fog, we can make out the starboard channel marker. It's on way off to the side, so we're good. Our depth is good. We're at 18 feet and staying in the middle of this channel.
Brilliant sunrise, and there for a few minutes in the mist, it actually looked like a moon. So sunrise with all of this gentle fog on the Hudson, leaving Athens. I'm going to bring it around here. Alex has even got his hat on from Haleakala National Park in Hawaii. And here is a home that has a lovely patio for entertaining right here on the riverfront. And now you can clearly see that that is the sun. Earlier, just even a few seconds ago, we were thinking it was the moon, but it's breaking through the fog.
And someone's already fishing out here. See two fishing boats here by the island. This is the end, as you can see, and it's cleared up just a little bit from the fog. Good morning, Alex is up. He's got his Haleakala hat on, aloha. And we are just about in the Hudson now from Athens. So as we start getting into the Hudson, you can see the fog is burned off here, which is really nice. We appreciate that. And there's the Hudson right there. There's a channel marker over there if you look right there. And so we're going to go straight ahead. We're going to get fuel this morning at Donovan's Shady Marina. I think it's 4.78 or something like that is what fuel is up here for diesel. The mist is slowly burning off. You can see a little bit left on the water, possibly. Mile marker or marker 147 green. We got a whole bunch of debris. I think Alex is going to bring us a little bit to starboard. And I thought this would be a problem in the Mississippi. You know, we've never been on the Mississippi, but I can imagine the debris after a rainstorm or something like that that would be floating down. But that's a whole tree trunk over there in the water. Got a cute lighthouse over there. I think it's a personal lighthouse. I don't think it's part of navigation, but all the same, it is cute. I love lighthouses. And Captain Alex is steering the boat. So here we have the town of Coxsackie, and there you can see the Freetown floating dock right there. And I'm told, I want to say it's like 100 feet long, but I can double check that. But anyway, Freetown dock. It's floating, no services, but it's free. Coxsackie free dock, free floating dock right there. Nobody's home, nobody's on the dock. Cute little town though, with a main street, looks like. Next time, gotta stop here as well. Shadow, ready for a day of cruising.
You saw that he was making use of a beach blanket. It's 56 degrees.
56 degrees. There's a kayaker. I don't know if you can see him right out there. But I gotta turn the boat and get back to the cockpit. Just a beautiful little bay area here. Smooth as glass. And honey, can you build me a treehouse? Says Cynthia. It looks like a gazebo up on stilts. That's the best way I can describe this. Something unique. You kind of like all these birds that make their nests on these buoy or markers. This is 171 right here. The fog has really picked up. It's getting quite thick. We have our radar on, and it does pick up the cans, the buoys, and so that helps us. This fog is really heavy up here. We've got a bird sitting on this can right here. The fog is lifting just a little bit.
We have like pockets of mist we're going through. So I just saw a piece of rubber hosing about a foot long, maybe a little longer. And I was like, oh my, it's like you don't see it until you're almost on it. So definitely a piece of debris occasionally here.
Up ahead is Donovan's Shady Harbor Marina. That was really cool. It's a ripple this morning because the water is as smooth as glass. You can see our wake right here, but it goes way, way out there. And it's just so cool because it's like so smooth and glass-like. So this is what we're dodging this morning. Is there's a tree trunk here, a log. Got some logs here in the river and more logs coming straight up ahead. So we try to dodge them as best we can as we go into the marina. So we're arriving here at Donovan's Shady Harbor Marina. We're trying to figure out where the fuel dock is. I think it's straight ahead. He said it was a floating dock, so we'd be looking out for it.
So we're at Shady Harbor this morning, and they are getting ready here to start doing water. They're not open for fueling until 9 o'clock, so we're here a little after 8. And it's really quaint and pretty. And we'll be pumping up once they open. So we've started the laundry so that the machine will fill, and in addition to that, our tank will continue to fill with water. And they're showing an American and a Canadian flag, even though we're still in New York. I'll show you up here to the front. Quite a few nice yachts and sailboats here. The water's nice and calm. You can hear a train in the distance. I just noticed there is a swimming pool right in front of that large building there that says Shady Harbor. There is a swimming pool there. Now, I don't see any water in it, but there's actually someone lounging in a chair next to it. And right behind it says bathhouse. So Alex is making himself comfortable in a chair to monitor the water. Hi Alex, good morning. So you are monitoring the water filling up? Mm-hmm. But we can do water while we wait. It almost takes us an hour to fill with water. So I am charging the headsets that you see Alex and Zava wearing, and eventually I will be wearing as well as I get more trained as we dock. So I'm charging them. So here we have the EarTech case and the charger. And you can see it's red, meaning charging. When they're green, it's full charge, and if they're flashing, that means the battery is full. So once it flashes green, we can undo them. And so those two batteries there would snap into the headset. So I'm charging them right up here on the bridge while we're waiting. So gorgeous day. Glad we got up here nicely. Yeah.
So we fueled up with just over 160 gallons. We'll have to figure out how much we used. Leaving Donovan's Shady Harbor Marina right here. Beautiful marina with a swimming pool and everything. For us, a 50-footer, about $800 a week to stay here, or $760, something close to that. And there's Alex getting the lines ready and tidying up. Trying to figure out what this is. They got a huge lift there, and it looks like they can lift entire barges out of the water, tugboats and barges. And here you can see one being filled with sand. But yeah, they must work on these barges. Interesting. But yeah, there would have to be a service place along the Hudson. Interesting enough, we found the cement barge that passed us the other day. Could have been yesterday, possibly even. That's Lucy. She does not approve. She does not approve strangers passing us. Anyway, yeah, here's the cement barge. So there must be a cement plant or something, but they're loading the barge up. Hang on. It's gonna rock us. Yeah, every time we get waves that are parallel to us, we kind of rock left and right. Not a good feeling. The Shadow's not sure which bridge we're crossing here, and I didn't look it up. I rely on Shadow to tell me.
But notice the train that is stopped on the bridge.
With car, yeah, with cars, holding cars in there.
Marked cars.
Yeah, and that's why they put them in those, because people otherwise would throw rocks and graffiti brand new cars.
So the train bridge is first. The second bridge, of course, is for the cars, trucks.
We're about 20 miles away from Waterford right now, but we still have to go. Oh, there's Walmart right there. We still have to go through the Troy Lock. Lock number 1. There's Captain Alex.
Alex at the helm with his first mate, Lucy. Shadow, who gets very nervous if I get up and start filming. Very pretty though. The water's just been calm. We've had more boats passing us. And Zava says we're not too far from Albany. Alex is moving fenders in preparation for our first lock. Shadow and Lucy.
So we're coming up to New York State Capitol right here, Albany. Again, a lot of debris still. See tree branches and other things in the water, but very industrial as we approach. And right after Albany, we have our first lock, lock number 1 at Troy. So this bridge here by just before Albany, or next to Albany, 60 feet. So if your sailboat has a mast bigger, taller than that, probably need to get it stepped down at this point.
So this old building right before the bridge has a U-Haul truck balanced up on its rooftop supports, and it's a U-Haul center. It says self-storage, and then it's got boxes, hitches, and there's trucks parked down below that you could rent. But quite clever seeing the truck that is balanced up on the roof. So I got a kick out of that as we're entering Albany, New York.
So behind me you have the USS Slater. It's the last destroyer escort ship from World War II afloat, and they do have tours of the ship, and they see people going in right now.
Passing Albany, we just went underneath the bridge. One side is still lots of foliage, the other side very urban. So the Amtrak train, or we saw it right over here on the edge, we thought we'd get to see it cross. It has paused. And as you can see, this trestle is one that can rotate for bigger ships to come through. So I don't know if it's just one car there, Alex. There's no...
Like just the locomotive.
Just the locomotive. So I guess he's asking the operator that's in that little house at the top, letting them know he's getting ready to cross. I was really hoping he would actually move on across, but now it looks like he's backing up and going the other way. Disappointed. I really wanted to see him cross this bridge because he just came up. Gotcha. But we would have enjoyed seeing him cross this bridge. So Zav, this bridge rotates for taller ships, correct?
Right.
Somebody's in that little hut all day long?
I don't think so.
You think they only come when called?
I think it's a rare event.
Rare event, he says. So it's a no-wake zone to come through under the bridge, and as you can see, the two cruisers ahead of us, once they got through, went ahead and sped up. So here again is this trestle bridge with the hut here in the middle, that where they could operate it to turn it. It would have been so cool to see the train cross over this bridge. All right, so this little segment is going to talk about a family trip we did when Alex was 10. He's saying that's approximately 8 years ago, so we're getting 18 years ago. And so he was, yeah, I think he was 10, Sasha was 11. So anyway, we turned and came to this launch to launch our Bayliner.
Would be 26-foot Bayliner.
26-foot Bayliner off this little patch right here.
Now we're getting ever closer here to Troy, and only about 5 miles away from Waterford, which is where the Erie Canal begins. So we're entering Troy. The dog's been put away, and we all got our headsets on, life jackets on. Alex has got his line ready. We have like a right turn, left turn, and then there should be a lock number 1. Starbuck Island is what it says right here. Must be a name chosen over breakfast or something. Okay, you got the big bridge here, the Troy Oasis Marina. Diesel was $5.99 when I called yesterday. It's like almost $1.40 more than what we paid today. Oasis Marina. There's a looper right there. Troy Lock. This is yacht Mahalo. We'd like to pass northbound. So we just got hold of the lockmaster here on channel 13. There is a red and green light, should tell us when we should be able to enter. We're going to hang out here in the basin. It's pretty deep out here, and then we'll just look for that light to let us know when we come in. So we're just hanging tight here for the Troy lock. As you can see, it's right there with the red light on. So this is our first lock for a long time since we left Virginia. Alex has got it around the bullock right here and holding on tight. Cynthia's in the back and he's ready closing the lock. So doors are closing, got a little guy here. And Cynthia, you all good, Cindy?
I can't hook to anything.
All right, why don't you come up here? Why don't you come back up? All right. So only one point to hold on to for us, and that's Alex. How you doing, Alex?
Doing good.
Not too bad?
Not too bad.
Okay. Better than Moorhaven lock?
A little better.
Okay. All right, I'm going back to the bridge, and we'll wait for, it looks like it's filling now from the top. So we've got the spillway right here, the sign. The lockmaster just walked past. You see him there on top of the lock. Now the thing was that we only had one we could tie onto. There's nothing in the back. Alex is the one holding on, and you should be able to release it in just a moment, and we can pull forward. So here the door is opening.
And here it says the Troy Lock and Dam. Right there.
Alex is getting back on board. Just showing you us exiting the lock and the gentleman following us. Pretty cool. There's a duck still staying inside the lock and the doors are starting to close with the duck inside.
So pulling into Waterford, as you can see there, a choice between Erie Canal and Champlain Canal, which is down that way. We're pulling into the Erie right under this railroad bridge, which is now pedestrian and car. And we're going to hit that floating dock there. Should be all good to go in just a moment. Mahalo for watching our boat story, our journey up here to Waterford. The start of the Erie Canal. Behind me is the visitor center. We made it, all safe and good. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you again on the next episode, which goes up the locks. This is lock number 2, and onto the Erie Canal. Thank you again for watching. See you again next week.